Greetings all! This is Justinian the Great, and welcome back to Slot... Wait, what are we playing?
Your mother. We're playing Sonky the Hedgehog.
Yes, we're playing Sonic Adventure. Anyway, let's see. What's next?
Joined you is me, Sam the Car Guy.
Yes, Sam is joining me.
And let's get started.
Yeah, we're going to the casino today.
We're gonna go get all them ladies up in there.
Sadly, there are no ladies there.
What's the point of going to a casino?
There is a Chaos Emerald in there.
Do you have to play the slots to win it?
Sadly, quite sadly, there are no slots.
Worst.
By the way, that is why you actually had to get the light speed, dash. You had to get it so you could get into the casino.
Worst casino ever.
Yeah.
What's with the flying screen? Oh, look, Tails is joining us again.
Yes.
Try and deposit as many rings as you can.
So the deal with this level is you got to deposit 400 rings into here in order to get that Chaos Emerald at the top. So in order to do that, you can hit these slot machines, but they only put out a little bit of a few rings.
You said there were no slot machines.
I mean, you can't play the slot machines. That's the thing.
Yes.
Well, actually, you technically can play the slot machines. Technically, but not these slot machines. There's sort of a slot machine built into something else.
Interesting.
So anyway, you hit these. They do provide a few rings. Not enough to fill up. Not enough to get to 400 anywhere near fast enough, and they do run out of rings after a certain amount of time, so...
Tails, don't you have something better to do than follow us around like an idiot?
Funny you should mention. Anyway, this is what happens when you come in here. You intentionally damage yourself to lose your rings in there, pretty much.
Okay. Oh look, we're doing the Naruto run again. You look like a
I have to wonder if the Naruto run came from Sonic the Hedgehog.
Well, it came from a show called Naruto, hence the name Naruto
No,
Run.
I mean, I'd have to wonder if it was inspired by Sonic the Hedgehog. Anyway.
How dumb would you have to be?
What's that?
Just imagine Naruto got its run from Sonic.
Yeah.
You know how jank that would be?
I have to check that out. I have to check that out. Anyway, we will. I will show it in post text. If that actually is which came first. I will show that in post text.
Just read right here on the bottom of the screen. 555 7.
By the way, if you don't get
7.
100 rings in this, something kind of bad will happen. Okay, what were you saying?
You have no balls.
I know. I lost them.
That's depressing.
It is quite depressing.
Don't lose
By
your
the way,
balls.
this slot machine involves sort of a card game.
It's a casino, of course it does.
Like just there we got a pair.
What kind of weird card game pinball jank is this?
This is inspired by another game that I eventually want to do called Nights into Dreams. It was the biggest game on the Sega Saturn. And probably, by the way, we're about to lose our final ball. And this is what happens when you lose your balls. You get dumped in the sewer.
Keep this in mind, kids. Don't lose your balls, otherwise you'll end up in the sewer. Doing a damn
Anyway.
Naruto run.
Anyway, fun thing about the sewer is that you can actually get more rings in the sewer than you could and faster in the sewer than you could in the slot machines.
That's so jank. Go to the sewer and get more rings.
Yeah,
Like where the women of the night hang out.
just go to the sewer. I mean, that's the best. That's the best way to do this. But we will be revisiting the Nights into Dreams slot machine. They're a rather pinball machine. There are 2 pinball machines, and we're gonna play the other one first. We're gonna play the other one first, and to kind of up our end score, we're gonna we're going to revisit Nights into Dreams, even though we really don't have to. There's something I want to show off in there.
Sonic running like Naruto and makes him look like a little B word.
You could say that.
Say what?
Never mind. By the way, this is the tricky part of this. Avoiding the obstacles is probably the trickiest part of this. Because as you remember, you lose your rings, all of your rings, if you get hit once. So
Is it all of your rings that you lose?
yes, it is all of your rings. So, by the way, there is a way to kind of cheat your way out of that, and that's what you just saw me do.
Did Tails just get hit in the face by a spike?
I have no idea. Looked like it. By the way, you could take a shower.
That's not jank at all. They want you to take a shower. They put rings in there.
Yeah, well, something I'm going to show a little bit later.
Just watch Sonic as he seductively takes a shower. I bet Tails is loving this right now. Tails just wants to jump in there with him.
That's disturbing, dude. By the way, after you go to the sewer or come out of a pinball machine, you can get the rings from the slots again.
Well, at least he took a shower after spending time in the sewer.
Yeah. There's Tails.
Go away, you little shit.
Oh, by the way, is this where I show it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, watch this.
So you had 2 showers already.
Yeah, and Tails is just sitting there watching him.
That is not creepy at all.
I know, right? Anyway, let's go drop our rings off and
Get shaken to death like a little idiot.
we already got 298 rings. So let's go see if we can get the last ones from that last pinball machine. I think. Let's see. If one major Sega icon was behind one of the pinball machines, who do you think's behind the other?
Mario.
You're thinking of Nintendo. Yep, it's a Sonic pinball machine.
Burn it.
By the way, you know how I did lie. You actually can play a slot machine.
You
See,
just
that's not-
lost your ball.
I know. I know.
Was this the original Sonic game?
No. Unless, I mean, I'm pretty sure they have made Sonic pinball machines before, though.
Okay.
By the way, the music here kind of puts me in the mind of the Emperor's New Groove a little bit.
During the chase scene,
Yes.
a little bit. Run, Kronk, run! Get that dang llama. But you should have killed him in the first place, like a.
I used to love. I used. That's still probably one of my favorite big band musical scores to this day.
Yeah, my llama again. Oh wait.
I love just how iconic that movie is.
Tell us where the talking llama is, and we'll burn your house to the ground. Don't you mean or? What? You said and, meaning that regardless of if they tell us or not, then you're gonna burn your house down.
I've been having that movie on like Blu-ray for a little while now. Like I had the set where it has both movies on individual DVDs and then both movies on a Blu-ray. And I've been having it.
Kronk's New Groove too.
They had Kronk's New Groove.
Yep, that's a good one.
Yes, I think so.
I would like to thank all the little people, not that they matter.
I like Kronk's New Groove, despite the fact that it has like close to a 0 rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's a good movie though.
Yeah, I mean, it.
Look, it's Ugandan Knuckles. Do you know the way?
Anyway, I think we're just about done here. I mean, we had 298 rings to start with. Now we've got 154 rings.
Why is it that getting beat down by a slot machine, by a pinball machine, gives you rings?
Yeah, I know. You'd think it would make you lose them.
What in the hell?
Now, we can get to that Chaos Emerald now, but we're not going to quite do that yet. We have 452 rings. Because there's something I want to show off.
The Naruto run?
Not quite. In the Nights into Dreams pinball machine, there's sort of a... Well, you actually get to see part of the Nights into Dreams game.
Why does that look like a seductive female Sonic?
Technically, it's a genderless being, but I like to think of Knights as a girl.
I mean, it's dressed like a girl, looks like a girl, it probably sounds like a girl. So in 1998 or whenever this came out, it was probably a girl. It was not 2021 where there were 798 genders.
I know, right? But yeah, you probably got a point there. Then again, it was in Japan, though, so they're kind of a few years ahead of us when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Well, at least they gave you 2 balls.
You actually get 3 balls. That's your amount of extra balls.
If you have a 3rd ball, you may want to get checked for cancer.
You know, that reminds me of, whatchamacallit, the Borderlands.
Mm-hmm.
The first boss you fight is Nine Toes. Also, he has 3 balls.
That's testicular cancer.
Probably, or he sewed the other toe to his, well, you know.
Well, I guess that's one way to, what's the word? Come off his, what do you call it?
Come off like a dick. Anyway, this is the part I wanted to show off.
No, it's more like overcompensating.
Yeah, it is.
At least you got 1 pair.
Yeah.
And you have 2 balls, which is 1 pair.
This is actually this is actually part of Nights into Dreams. That's the part I wanted to show off. Which was also made by Sonic Team.
Didn't you play this game?
We will be playing this game eventually, eventually.
Did you send me a video of someone else playing this game?
I sent you a video of someone else playing that game.
Okay, because it looked familiar.
Yeah. I was actually playing a little bit of it last night because I haven't finished it yet.
Interesting. So you're going through and finishing it so that way you'll know what to say in your video when you make it. Oh, look, you just lost your ball.
I'll know what to say in my video, and I'll know what to... Well, technically, you'll be co-commentating.
I get to be an ass in that one, too.
Yes, pretty much.
Well, there we go. Oh, are we going back into the world of
Knights?
Knight Rider?
Yes.
Look, there's your Knight Rider right there.
I was, I would say, my take on Knights is, yes, it's a seductive female Sonic.
Seems
But,
legit. What was the girl's name from Sonic?
Amy, I think.
Oh, yeah. Why does she get a generic name?
When you could actually have a kind of halfway cool name like Knights. Well, halfway cool. I never said it was all cool.
Yeah, they could have called her like Knights or something. Because what do you got? You got Shadow, and you've got Knuckles, Tails, Sonic, and Amy.
There's Eggman.
He doesn't really count because he's not the good guy. He's irrelevant.
You've also got Biggs the cat.
Who the hell is Biggs the cat?
We'll see. Eventually.
You were having a hard time getting that thing up there.
Yeah, well, they don't... The camera didn't help.
You don't get a camera. You have to do it blind.
But, I mean, I will say the camera in this game is a lot better than the camera from other games from that time period.
That's a good challenge. Here's what we do. You play this game blindfolded and do a speed run to see how long it takes you to beat the game completely blindfolded.
Yeah. Hey. Oh no, the Chaos Emerald.
Oh, no, you don't!
Oh, jeez. Hey, man.
Oh man, what happened to that emerald we just had?
I guess Eggman's got one of them, but the other one's safe. That guy must be desperate.
That means his 2 to our 1, and that's not good. Come on, Sonic, we need to get busy.
The Tails kind of sounded like,
A girl?
what's that?
A girl?
Well, a little boy is playing his voice. Like, they actually got a child to play his voice.
Yeah.
But he actually the voice sounded like, Lucy, from Charlie Brown.
It could also sound like the character Chowder from whatever that TV show was.
I don't know. But anyway, we got the ice key. For some reason, it appeared in the middle of the city.
Use the ice
That's
stone in the
sus.
Mystic Ruins.
And we're heading back to the Mystic Ruins.
The train headed for the Mystic Ruins will be...
So when did we get a conch shell stone or whatever they're calling it? The dark matter ring or whatever.
What do you mean?
What are we trying to collect?
The Chaos Emeralds?
Yeah, those.
Well,
When
we
did
just got one from the casino.
Did he not just steal it though?
Kind of, but we were doing it to try to get it away from Eggman. But
Didn't you see a stone with an ice pattern on it?
that was literally the most unhelpful message from that ball of light.
The
Because
ball of
no,
shit is what it is.
Because technically we never saw, something with that symbol on it because this path just opened up for us.
I'm telling you, it's a ball of shit, not a ball of light.
Well, either way, it has a female voice.
No comment.
By the way, ready for our ice stage?
And the ice cap. Is that like a nightcap?
Sadly, no.
What is an ice cap? A nightcap.
And you should be able to
Drink to have at night.
Oh, so anything at all. So, oh, you just.
Well,
got
an
hit
alcohol,
right.
typically an alcoholic drink at night.
Okay.
So, let's say you have vodka or maybe. I think it's typically associated with hard alcohol.
Okay,
Hard
so.
liquor.
Got it.
hang on to the icicle and jump. You should be able to jump backwards, but don't hold on too long. You'll slip right off.
By the way, it takes a while to slip off of these things.
I guess on the Sega Genesis, it took that long to,
Sega Dreamcast.
yeah, close enough. They were both failed systems.
Genesis was not. Genesis actually went toe to toe with the Super Nintendo.
When was the last time you saw a Sega Dreamcast?
Well, the Sega, if the Genesis lasted quite a long time.
I'm sorry. Okay, when was the last time you saw a Genesis?
They just released a Genesis Classic this year. I mean, last year.
When was the
maybe
last time you saw a Super Nintendo?
They just released the Super Nintendo Classic a couple years back.
Okay, not including the classics. When was the last time you saw an original Genesis?
I owned one, and people talk about them all the time.
When was the
So-
last time you saw an original Super Nintendo?
I think, like, personally,
Yeah.
like, I have no idea, but you have to understand, I'm not a very social person. I rarely ever go to other people's houses.
That's true. When was the
I
last
mean,
time you heard of an original?
I mean, I watch a channel that basically covers stuff like that all the time, so...
Okay.
There's actually a guy on YouTube that covers nothing but Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis stuff. Retro gaming is actually a pretty popular thing.
I actually have a Super Nintendo hooked up to my flat screen TV right now.
When's the last time you played it?
When I plugged it in, because it's 40-year-old graphics, and we don't really have a lot of Super Nintendo games. We had more games on the original Nintendo.
Guide your way.
We only have like 6 games on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah. I actually bought a system that could just run Super Nintendo games. So it's like you buy the Super Nintendo games and supply yourself with Super Nintendo games.
Yeah.
And it just runs them. It also runs original Nintendo games too.
The biggest problem though is the controllers are so old that they barely work.
Yeah. Yeah. I have the same problem with my 64, and third-party controllers for 64, third-party controllers in general have a tendency to be like overly sensitive.
Yeah. Now the Nintendo 64 that we have, which is at my parents' house,
Mm.
the control, we have 3 controllers for it. We bought one of the controllers because the infamous joystick got too loose to the point where it wasn't really working too well.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 3 controllers. One of them has a decent joystick, and the other 2 have kind of a loose joystick.
I prefer the loose joystick.
The problem is when it's loose enough to the point that you can barely move when you're trying to move.
Well, I actually found it best for the car game that I used to play on 64 all the time. Vigilante 8. By the way, I love this snowboarding section. It's just kind of on rails, but you can kind of move how you want to collect rings. But anyway, believe it or not, I used to have trouble with drift on with certain N64 controllers, and believe it or not, that's still an issue with Nintendo consoles to this day.
I mean, they don't have good drift physics.
Well, I was talking about with Nintendo Switch the infamous Joy-Con drift, which essentially it's like where you'll leave the controller alone and it'll your character will move to the left or right on their own.
Oh, that kind of drift, not like
car drifting, no.
Okay, we gonna skid the whole rear end to a 90 degree and hold it to the piece to make this car go like a Mitabuka.
Yeah, not that kind of drifting.
Yeah, not bad.
Okay.
Yeah,
So like drifting like the jackass that almost hit me tonight.
Something like that, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now that asshole is forever ingrained on freaking YouTube. Suck it, Dodge Sprinter driver. Learn how to drive and don't run into people.
YouTube and potentially eventually Utreon.
I don't know what that is, but alrighty.
It is a recent alternative to YouTube.
So it's PooTube.
It's well, the stuff that they allow on there, and they denied me. They denied to have me on there. I'm gonna say it is PooTube.
So is that why you're making YouTube videos? Because you were denied by in times?
No. I decided to kind of come up with that idea earlier this week. Anyway,
okay, who's this Safari-looking asshole over here?
Just an NPC. Anyway, we got quite a bit done in this episode. We ended up reaching 2 Chaos Emeralds, and we did 2 action stages.
We got 2 emeralds?
Yes, we got one from the end of that ice stage just now. Next time, which actually is good progress because there are a total of 10 action stages in the game. Anyway, next time we'll go meet up with that character in the distance.
The Safari-looking guy from Tarzan?
No. Looking. Is your video like frozen at the end screen right now?
No, I'm looking at the casino.
Alright, if it was frozen at the end screen, you'd see a little red speck on your screen.
You can probably just freeze it to that point, so that way this entire conversation is irrelevant.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway,
Nice.
Next time we will be going to check up with that guy. So until next time, this is Justinian the Great, and Sam the Car Guy, signing off.
Don't talk to asshole red specks in the distance like they're strangers, because they are strangers. Don't talk to strangers.